actor and TV host Vic Soto has filed a cyber libel complaint against film director Daryl Yap over the movie The Rape of Pepsi Paloma. Soto filed the complaint before the Muntinlupa City Prosecutor's Office following the social media posts of Yap on the film, which is set to be released in cinemas this February. In one of the film's trailers, Soto's name was allegedly mentioned in a scene from the movie. The movie tackles the rape case of the late actress Pepsi Paloma, which Soto and fellow actors Joey De Leon and Richie the Horsey were once linked to. The case was eventually dropped. And back on the big story tonight to discuss this further is attorney Enrique Buco de la Cruz, who is case. Attorney Buco, good evening and thanks for your time.
Good evening, ladies, and thanks for having me.
Okay, so just to make it clear, I think you've made it pretty clear today, but just to double check, this is only on the film's trailer, right? So having said that, are we still going to look at more lawsuits next month when the movie premieres?
Hopefully, we are able to prevent the showing of the movie. That's one of our prayers, our request for the court, when we filed the petition for issuance of a writ of habeas data. It is our position that the showing of that movie violates the right to privacy of our client.
Help us understand, the court has already granted writ of habeas data. What does that mean?
Yes, the writ of habeas data is a preliminary step. It's like similar to the issuance of a temporary restraining order. The court enumerates certain acts which are covered by the writ as prayed for by the plaintiff. So we are the plaintiff here, and the court said as prayed for. So the prayer in our complaint are granted with the issuance of the writ, but that's only temporary because the court scheduled the hearing on January 15, and evidence will now be presented by both sides to discuss the merits of the petition. If the court is convinced that the petition is meritorious, the court may grant the prayer, which is to make the writ permanent. In that case, the movie cannot be shown.
Okay, how many prayers are there though? Sorry, Gretch, but
there are basically four major prayers.
Okay, so one is to stop showing the movie, to prevent it from being
to suppress the film, the teaser, any other material which includes the sensitive personal information of the petitioner, from dissemination without his consent. That's one of the prayers. Another prayer is to take down or remove those which are already posted. Another prayer is to prevent the reposting, resharing of the teaser video or any other material. And finally, we also prayed and asked the court to direct Mr. Daryl Yap to produce and submit to us all personal information or sensitive personal information involving our client that he was able to collect, process, and share to others without our client's consent.
Okay, so for now, the posts have to be taken down. Am I correct?
Yes, as of now, the writ was issued and he is given 5 days to report to the court what he did after receiving the writ. So if he understands what a writ of habeas data is, he must comply in the meantime and pending the hearing scheduled on January 15.
You filed 19 counts of cyber libel and actually, unang-una, ang reaksyon ng mga tao, mga netizen, hala, binanggit yung pangalan ni Vic Soto. But the others naman are saying that this is art. It could have been, baka sa movie, panaginip, part ng panaginip, yung trailer, pwedeng sabihin ng direktor, hindi naman yang totoo, kung guilty ka, ikaw na yun. Pero, I mean, ano yung basihan ng inyong complaint ng cyber libel?
Ang basihan ng reklamo ay hindi yung pelikula, kung hindi yung teaser na ipinalabas niya, kung saan tahasang binanggit ang pangalan ng aming kliyente bilang isang rapist. May kalayaan tayong gumawa ng pelikula or magpahayag, pero wala tayong kalayaang mang-libel o manirang puri. Ang libel ay krimen pa rin hanggang sa ngayon sa ating batas. Ibig sabihin, bawal ito at may parusang kulong. Kaya ang posisyon po namin ay hindi ito protected speech, hindi ito free speech dahil ito ay libelous. dahil diretsong pinangalanan po yung aming kliyente sa teaser video.
Well, attorney, terms like freedom of expression or creative license, usually ginagamit kasi yan ng mga filmmakers, right, when creating films. So in this case, that's not a legal or legal defense para kay Daryl Yap. And sinabi po niya actually in a statement na wag daw husgahan yung trailer at panoorin daw ng yung film sa kabuuan bago daw mag-judge. Does that change anything for the side of bossing Vic Soto?
It doesn't change a thing because good intentions or the intent or the good faith of the author of a libelous post, no, is irrelevant in cyber libel. Hindi mahalaga ang intensyon ng may akda. Ang mahalaga ay kung ano ang epekto ng kanyang inilathala o inilabas sa reputasyon ng biktima. No? Sa kasong ito, si Mr. Vic Soto. Whatever good intentions he might have will just form part of his defense. Pero ang basihan po o sukatan kung nagkaroon ng libel ay kung ano ang kanyang inihayag sa ngayon.
What if he says that, this is a long been talked about, again, legend, Filipino legend, na nilabas lang nila, isinapelikula, enacting, ito ay isang play, hindi necessarily totoo. Could that be a defense?
Minsan may ganun lalagyan nila, ifa-flash nila, loosely based on real events, ganyan. It doesn't make it fact. So, I know we're just talking about the trailer, but looking ahead, if the movie comes out, then it's probably got way more time and to show a lot more of the narrative.
I'm sure the director thought about this before he posted that trailer.
Dapat pinag-isipan, no? Kasi lumalabas na parang hindi pinag-isipan dahil may mga pamamaraan kung paano maiiwasan ang libel laws, no? Dahil hindi naman ito bago, no? Gaya nga ng sabi ninyo, bahagi na ito ng ating industriya sa paggawa ng pelikula. Pero may mga pamamaraan There are ways by which you can protect the subject, no, without committing libel. In this case, hindi pinag-isipan, no? Direktahang pinangalanan yung aming kliyente bilang isang rapist at pinili niya itong ikalat, no? Ang layunin talaga, ang intensyon ay maka-generate ng public awareness, maka-generate ng sensationalism para ibenta ang kanyang pelikula. At wala na siyang pakialam kung ito'y makakasakit ng damdamin, makasira ng reputasyon, at sa pagkakataong ito, malagay sa panganib, no, ang buhay ng pamilya ng aming kliyente.
Per attorney, just to be clear, during the filmmaking process, never po ba kinonsult or na-notify si Mr. Vic Soto? And kailangan po ba yon? Kailangan ba i-notify yung mga personalities when creating a film?
Tama po, wala pong notice, wala pong consent, wala pong consultation na nangyari. Kailangan po iyon para ipakita na may magandang layunin yung gumagawa ng pelikula. Sapagkat alam naman niya na ito'y na-dismiss, alam niyang iniatras, hindi niya yun isinama sa kanyang teaser. Ibig pong sabihin, he knowingly published it, no? Despite the fact that he knew for a fact that it was dismissed, it has been withdrawn. Dahil tinanggal niya iyon, iniwan niya lamang yung kontrobersyal na bahagi na nagsasabing rapist umano yung aming kliyente. Nakikita yung kanyang malisya. Actual malice is shown.
Attorney, curious lang ako, no? Si Direk Daryl Yap lang ba ang may pananagutan dito? Paano naman yung mga aktor na nandoon sa eksena, yung mga tumanggap ng pelikula, knowing that, this is a very sensitive issue, sila ba ay hindi nyo rin balak kasuhan?
Sa ilalim ng batas, ang liable for libel ay yung author, may akda, and anyone who causes the publication thereof. Sino mang nagkalat nito, no? At kinausap namin ang aming kliyente at ang sabi niya, ang gusto niyang papanagutin ay yung may likha at yung nagkalat na si Mr. Daryl Yap at ang kanyang Vincentiments na page, no, at kumpanya. Yung mga artista ay naiintindihan daw niya ang kanilang pinanggagalingan, sabi ng aming kliyente.
What about yung mga nag-repost and nag-reshare so far? Kasi part nga nung prayer nyo, i-stop yung reposting and resharing of the teaser. Are you also planning to at least contact those people who have reshared, ask them to take down the post?
Doon sa criminal case, hindi pa namin sila kinakasuhan, pero doon sa writ of habeas data, covered sila ng utos ng hukuman, no? Dahil nakalagay po doon Mr. Daryl Yap, and any other person acting for and on their behalf. No? Kung hindi susunod at patuloy pa rin may magkakalat, maaari pong hilingin namin sa korte na ma-cite sila in contempt.
Wait, pa-clarify lang, Attorney Buko, what if kunwari na-share ko siya, tapos hindi ko naman napanood sa news na may kaso pala, na-grant pala yung writ of habeas data, and dapat ko siyang tanggalin. Pwede niyo ba akong habulin in that case?
Well, technically po pwede kung ito'y dadali namin sa korte, no? Pero hindi automatic. Kailangan pa rin pong ipaalam sa korte at hingin ang utos ng korte upang kayo ay sumunod.
Well, Attorney, sa criminal complaint po, Mr. Soto is asking for a total of 35 million pesos in damages, 20 million doon ay for moral damages. Can you just elaborate more on how this whole controversy, this trailer has affected Mr. Soto and his family?
Actually, there's no amount of money that can quantify the wounded feelings and the tarnished reputation that our client suffered. No? In fact, when we asked him how much money should we ask for, he doesn't want to put a figure. Sabi niya, hindi kayang bayaran ng pera yung pangambang dinulot nito sa aking pamilya, no? Sa panganib na idinulot nito sa kanyang minor de edad na anak, no? Na ngayon ay subjected to bullying, may mga rape threats ang kanyang asawa. Sabi niya, walang perang kayang tumumbas. No? Pero naglagay lang kami ng figures para ma-quantify lamang yung halaga. No? So moral damages for the wounded feelings and tarnished reputation, and exemplary damages na 15 million para hindi tularan ng iba. So yun lang po yung purpose ng paghingi ng moral damages and exemplary damages. As of now, ang sinasabi ng aming kliyente, sa tagal na niya sa industriya, ngayon lamang siya nakaranas ng ganitong panglalait, ang ridicule, no? Galing sa tao, sa iba't ibang tao, at maraming naniniwala doon sa pinost ni Mr. Daryl Yap na naglagay sa panganib sa kanyang pamilya.
Attorney Bucos, nag-post si Daryl, no? Pepsi goes back to court. Ano sa tingin nyo ang kanyang layunin? Anong inaasahan po ninyo from their side, knowing that he is also with the mother and the brother of the late Pepsi Paloma?
Nais ko kasing linawin, no, na wala namang kasong nakafile ngayon na rape. So it's not true that Pepsi goes back to court. There is no rape case filed or will be filed. It has long been dismissed, no, 40 years ago. It is Daryl Yap who is going to court to be held accountable for his irresponsible posting.
One last clarification, Attorney Buko, on your one prayer is to suppress the showing of this film. But as we know na next month na dapat, February, it's going to theaters already. Sa usad po ng ating legal system, how does that work? Do you expect na in time lalabas yung restraining order or whatever it is?
We trust the system. No? In fact, we filed the petition for writ of habeas data, knowing that the rules provide relief to our client. And immediately the court granted the issuance of the writ of habeas data. And we are confident that we will be able to convince the court in the hearing to be held on January 15 to make the writ permanent. No? Of course, evidence will still be presented, witnesses will be presented. Siguro naman po ay maiintindihan ng korte yung urgency. No? And besides, hindi lang naman po itong kasong ito ang magiging dahilan para hindi maipalabas yan. Tandaan po natin na ang lahat ng pelikula o anumang palabas sa Pilipinas ay kailangan dumaan sa MTRCB. Knowing that there is a case filed against this movie, mukhang baka po mahirapan sila makakuha ng tamang klasifikasyon para po ito ay mapanood ng tao.
Attorney, si Lala Soto po yung head ng MTRCB, di kaya magkakulay pa yun or malagay din siya sa isang parang kumbaga conflict of interest type of situation?
Siguro po, they will be responsible enough to do their jobs objectively. And we just trust the system will work as it is intended by the law and our government.
Attorney, what does the writ of habeas data cover? Is it just the Philippine cinemas and theaters? Paano naman po yung mga streaming sites? How do you plan to stop them from airing the film?
The writ of habeas data directs respondent, Mr. Daryl Yap, and all persons acting for and on his behalf. So kahit anong platform ang gamitin niya, covered kasi siya yung pinagbabawalan o sino mang taong kausap niya o pinakikilos niya o ginagamit niya. So encompasses all other platforms that he might use or talk to.
Sabi niyo po ay may idea po kayo who is behind this. Can you give us some clues as to is this because of politics? Is this because of past hurts that have come to fore? Ano po kaya ang sino po kaya ang behind this?
We discussed this with our client, and our client decided to just focus on the facts that we have right now, and not entertain all of these issues about politics. Sa ngayon, ang facts lang na nakikita namin ay si Mr. Daryl Yap po ang nag-create at nag-spread o nag-cause ng publication nitong libelous posts. So we filed the case against him and all persons acting for and on his behalf.